Hey everybody, this is Gaynor Meilke from the Conscious Success Plan, and today I wanted to talk about doing a judgment detox. And that's something, if you're familiar with the book Judgment Detox by Gabrielle Bernstein, it's a concept that's been around for quite a few years, and of course, it's always a good thing uh, to practice non-judgment, but it can be very difficult because we're taught to judge ourselves, judge others, to make comparisons and contrasts, and especially uh, on social media and other platforms now, it's way too easy to do that. And one of the reasons why we'd want to let go of that is because judgment is really coming from a harsh place within yourself, and it's oftentimes directed uh, at yourself because you're projecting on others things that you find disdainful or negative within yourself. So one of the ways to diminish the amount of judging we do is to become one, aware of it, and two, trying to cultivate a more neutral take on the world. So instead of immediately comparing somebody, just take in who they are, staying in the present moment, or take the situation in the as is without having to attach a meaning to it, which can be difficult. But doing journaling, kind of noticing when you're triggered to judge is one way to do it. And you need to be intentional doing this because it is a hardwired habit for many of us. So, one is keeping a judgment journal for a month or so, going back and looking at the times that you judge yourself or others, and then learning to replace those judgments with just an acceptance. And when it comes to dealing with others, Dr. Shefali, in her conscious coaching institute, gave the acronym of CARE. So to instead of immediately judging when somebody's talking, you can concentrate on what they're saying. We can assist them in communicating what they mean by asking some questions and clarifying what they're telling us, and then uh, rephrasing it back to them so you can make sure that you're understanding them and not attaching your own meanings to it. And then practicing empathy and understanding how somebody else is feeling within their situation, especially if it's a tough situation, instead of immediately judging them for having a certain set of circumstances or for looking the way that they do, and attaching instantaneous meaning that comes from our own mind. We can look to understand them more fully and have an appreciation and an awareness for where they're coming from. So, those are just some quick tips on doing judgment detox. I recommend the book Judgment Detox by Gabrielle Bernstein. It really is a good guide. And if you're feeling like you want to judge yourself, just remember that we are who we are. We can live into the as-is-ness, and there's really no need to compare yourself against anything because you are whole and perfect the way that you are.